Morning, boys. Not too bad.
Can
How
I
you
say
guys
where
doing?
Can I say where you are, Dwight? Because it looks beautiful.
I'm just on the Sydney Harbour here, just offset a bit there in my apartment. So yeah, pretty good view. It's a pretty
Lovely.
good day
So,
here today.
yeah, unfortunately, Mark Bosnick lives around there. Are you seeing much of Bossie?
Yeah, I see a little bit of Buzzy. Yeah, he works quite a bit, but whenever we got the chance to hook up and go for dinner, we do that quite often. He's a married man and a settled man, and he's a family man now. So we're not doing the things that we used to do when we were players.
Well,
Alan
that's
is
a
as well,
plus.
but he's still going
Oh,
angry.
by the way, I love Sydney. I was there for the bicentennial. I was there for the Olympics. I love Sydney Harbour. Beautiful. Wembley. Thousands are coming down from the north, from Geordieland to all over the world with Man United fans. How do you see this one going, Dwight? Should be a cracker.
Well, it is. It's set up to be a cracker, and obviously with Newcastle not been to Wembley since 1999, I'm sure they will have a say on the day. But I do feel that United is in such a good form at the minute, especially after the result last night. They're really in good form, and I'm sure the confidence is sky high within the boys there at the moment.
Dwight, just going on to last night, I mean, it was a game of two halves, really, wasn't it? I mean, second half, Ten Hag made a couple of changes. Anthony comes on. Rashford goes as a number 9. And suddenly they get that early goal. And this year, the atmosphere has been electric. And last night, to beat a good Barcelona side, by the way, and coming from behind, as you rightly say there, the confidence must be so high. And Ten Hag must take a lot of credit for what he's done so far at United.
Oh, absolutely. And you can hear it in Harry Maguire in terms of what he just said on your program there. The confidence, the demands of the players. And I think what was more telling than anything else is last night, particularly when they go behind. Usually in the last couple of seasons, United would not have seen their way back from there. But what we have seen throughout the season, not just a level of consistency, but the way that they've been able to come back from a goal behind and that never say attitude, which is something been since my time, and I'm sure before my time, that's never say die attitude seems to be reinstalled within the team. A lot of confidence. They're playing on such high, and even though if the team like the quality of Barcelona gone ahead, they didn't panic. The manager had to make some changes. Certainly, he did that, and I think that not just from getting the players well. I think he's got the tactics right when he needed to make those changes. He made the correct changes, and he's got the rewards at the end of it. So United is in a very good place at the moment.
You must be delighted for Marcus Rashford as well. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
all strikers go through barren spells and having a bit of a mare, lose a bit of confidence. I'm sure the best strikers in the world have gone through that sort of stages in their career. But to turn what he's done, so to turn it around like he has, I mean, I know he didn't score last night, but he was a real nuisance for the Barcelona defence. And the goals record at the moment is unbelievable, Dwight. So, credit goes down to Marcus for really sorting himself out and getting back into scoring goals on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's quite incredible, actually. I think I've said it on your program maybe well over a year ago when I've been on the program. I said, this is arguably the best player at United, what I've seen, because I went down an observation course for 10 days. I was behind the closed scene and watching very closely. And I thought this guy's got all the attributes. He was certainly not in a very good place last season. As you know, when you're not in a good place and you're not enjoying what you're doing and you're not having fun, the team is losing, they're not playing the kind of football, you're always going to get, a little bit offset and you're not really focused. But what we are seeing, and I think everyone is kind of seeing the quality that he's bring, the consistency. But that carried on from since the World Cup. I mean, Southgate must be thinking maybe, with Rashford not playing at the very beginning might have been an error from that point. But in hindsight, we can all look back at that. But his form had carried on from since the World Cup to now, and to have that level of consistency, there's nobody more pleasing than me because, as I said, I had the pleasure of talking to him and what he was going through and understand, and to see him where he at. I just knew that he had all the attributes to be where he is. So he deserves a lot of credit. A lot of credit has to go to the manager. He's playing where he enjoyed playing, and certainly last night was another tip. He's continued to learn. He's still got a lot to learn. I don't think he's quite the number 9. I think he's much more effective coming in from an inverted striker from the left in onto his favorite foot on the right. I think he's more effective that way. But when he asks to play up front, he's able to do that as well.
Yeah, lovely. Where were you watch the game, Dwight? Were you, because I'm pretty sure there's a big Manchester United supporters club in Sydney. Will you watch it there or watch it at home?
No, I was in the studio last night. I actually worked with Buzzle last night for the first time. So I actually worked for a channel here doing the game live over in this part of the world, and it was quite enjoyable. And as I said, we haven't seen United in this form. We haven't been able to have a lot of say in recent years, and now United are certainly at the top of the tree, and we seem to have got our voice back. More importantly, seems like the fan and everybody's loving the way our United are playing, and credit to the manager as well.
Well, Dwight, enjoy out there. It's probably my favourite city. I love Sydney, and I envy you've been out there. I see you on the balcony. It looks fantastic. So you have a great time out there, Dwight. Thank you.
Cheers, Dwight.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.